Why we should not multitask? Multitasking is getting popular, becoming important, unspoken basic requirement, and even sexy. Most people would like to claim that one is great at multitasking. Suddenly, bosses expect employees to multitask. Multitasking is seen as a desirable trait, a minimum requirement for modern-day work environment. A person who multitasks is perceived as more productive and able to contribute more. But what exactly is multitasking? A dictionary provides two definitions. 1. The performance of more than one task at the same time. 2. The execution by a computer of more than one program or task simultaneously. This definition do more the opposite than clarifying it. Let's take a closer look at these definitions. The first definition gives the impression that one can perform more than a single task at the same time. Take this literally, one can do sport, work on the computer, read a book, and hold a meaningful conversation all at the same time. The misleading term in the second definition is the word simultaneously. This gives the impression that a computer can execute more than one task at the same time. On the surface and at the observable level, it seems that the computer is doing multitask all at the same time. It is doing calculation while working on the document, it is processing data while printing a chart, doing all this and more while playing music from YouTube. Now let's take a closer look at how a computer actually multitasks. Computer multitasking is the capability of the operating system of running several applications at the same time. It works by time slicing, that is, allowing multiple programs to use tiny slices of the processor's time, one after the other. If we could slow down these activities to an observable speed, they are happening one at a time. This time slicing is happening in the nanosecond. The slicing is not observable nor noticeable to our human eye. To us, these activities appear to be happening all at the same time. So computer does multitasking through sequence tasking, known as slicing. All the tasks are actually done one at a time. But computer does this at great speed, and it gives the impression that all tasks are done simultaneously. So far so good. The issue comes when we begin to compare ourselves with the computer and expect ourselves to multitask too. Well, human is able to do sequential tasking too, just not at the same speed as the computer and not as well. You see, computer can switch from one task to another without downtime, and neither does it need any reorientation and getting ready between tasks. So, tasks are performed effectively without interruption and no downtime. Unlike computer, each time the human switches tasks, the human brain needs a reorientation and getting ready for the next task. The time required for each switch differs from each task. This resulted in downtime and wasted time between tasks. On the surface, one may seem to be efficient doing multiple tasks at the same time. At a closer look, effectiveness is compromised. View our video on effectiveness versus efficiency to understand the difference. To look at multitasking in another angle, let's take the case of a student in class. When a child looks at the mobile device, will you consider that as multitasking or distraction? If you are the teacher, will you ask the child to stop interacting with the device and pay attention to the class? Or will you approve the bus driver interacting with his mobile device while driving? Or will you accept the pilot to multitask? Both the computer and human are capable to multitask through slicing method. The programming and working in narrow speed allows the computer to do this much better than human. Yet humans are expected to multitask, doing so at the trade-off on effectiveness. It is not effective for humans to multitask per se. Shall we not stop multitasking?